Right. Now we'll continue. Mr. Karl Scheucher is here with us now. The Scheucher Holzindustrie is among the top parquet manufacturers in Europe. It's a traditionally grown, family-owned business, which in the last 100 years has developed into one of the leading parquet manufacturers with one of the most modern factories in the whole of Europe. Cover New Ground is our keynote theme at Scheucher GmbH. Naturalness, sustainability, and harmony with nature, manufacturing processes in harmony with nature are the priorities and are embedded in the DNA of the company, just as the values such as community, work, and joy. Mr. Scheucher, you have decided to participate at DOMOTEX, and as a representative of the hard flooring industry, can you tell us why is it important to use the platform of DOMOTEX to strengthen the whole industry? Yes, hello. First of all, thank you very much to give me the opportunity to use this platform. Well, for quite a long time, we actually thought about whether we should go to DOMOTEX at all, because we had construction work, and then we had the corona pandemic that spoiled everything. And at one of the last general assemblies of the VEP, where I also am among the board, at one of these meetings we addressed the topic once again, and my colleagues, it was the representative of Harrow and a representative of Bauwerk, told me that we should present ourselves, that it was important for the European parquet industry to show itself and to show that it stands together. And it said to us that it would be good for us to also be present. So we took this idea up and implemented it accordingly. So we want to be there once again, and we just want to show, after a very long period where we were not able to meet face to face, we want to be there again physically, and we want to show that the parquet industry is fully in working mode. We want to show what our capabilities are. We want to show our performance. So at DOMOTEX 2022, we really want to show what we can do. This is a starting point where we want to be more present to the public. I do know, of course, that we can communicate via Teams and via Skype and so on, that there was a lot of networking over the entire course of the corona pandemic, but face-to-face meetings, gatherings, get-togethers, meeting with customers, that is a totally different thing, which is why we're really looking forward to DOMOTEX 2022. And we're also looking forward to this very much, Mr. Scheucher. As you said, it's a platform for the whole industry, and together we will make this restart happen. And only in this way will we make it happen together. Mr. Scheucher, can you already tell us what offering Scheucher GmbH will have to present at DOMOTEX 22? Yes, it's the first time that we're going to be talking about this. Our Purotex surface will be presented. This is a varnish surface that we have manufactured as our own proprietary product. And we have been working on this project since Corona, and we have not really had the opportunity to present this on such a big platform yet. So we're really looking forward to doing this in 2022, to present this to customers and potential customers and to designers. So it's something that we are setting our sights on. And the next thing we're thinking about is elevation. We have our prime segment, which is the elevation series, and there are new colors in the portfolio, naturally oiled surfaces and the PureTech surface. It's a varnish that is matte and that looks as a naturally varnished floor. And this is something that you should really look at and see with your own eyes. That's something that we're going to be presenting. Yes, I'm going to look at that for sure, Mr. Scheucher. Can you tell us what trends you currently see in the parquet industry? Well, the trend is very clearly to longer and broader planks. So oak, the type of wood oak is very popular. About 90% of our products are manufactured on the basis of oak, and having broad and long planks is certainly a trend. There is the topic of grains. You have more or fewer grains in the wood. It depends on the country. There are certain different preferences here, but that is really the trend where we're going. And in our range, in the elevation range, we will also resort to this. So we've got it in an oiled and in a varnished version so that the customer can really decide in favor of a natural looking floor, which is a CO2 storage space, so to speak, which is what we advertise. And this was really very successful. So everybody who has a square meter of parquet in his or her home stores CO2, because this is no longer emitted into the air, which of course is a huge advantage when you're laying parquet. Mr. Scheucher, what about the requirements to healthy and hygienic floors? Have these requirements changed during the pandemic? Well, I have to tell you that cocooning has increased considerably. The fact that people tend to meet at home because they don't go places via airplane, so that people try to make their home more beautiful, as Ms. Holly Becker just told us. This is 100% true. So people want to make their homes more beautiful. They want to have everything just so that surrounds them, whether it's in the garden or in the interior. Of course, the parquet floor is one of these aspects. Many people want new parquet floors, and they want natural materials that grow outside and that don't have to cover large distances. People want to know where the material comes from, how it was manufactured, where it was manufactured, and this is what people just want for their homes. This is the major trend that we were able to observe over the course of the corona pandemic. Yes, whether as a private person or as a business person, this is actually what we have observed too. Mr. Scheucher, what's your concluding statement? I would just like to say that from my point of view, it's really important, and I would like to get back to my company briefly, because we, as CEOs, have a major responsibility when it comes to our companies, the companies that we run. We want to give something back to nature. We want to be careful with the resources at our disposal. Our biggest photovoltaics array is what you see here. We have 3 hectares of photovoltaic arrays there that we have installed on the roofs. That's 17,000 panels that we have actually installed, and that generate electricity for our company. And we're very proud of this. It's the biggest roof plant in Austria, and we are really extremely proud of that. And in today's day and age, it's certainly an eye catcher, and I think this is something that we can certainly present. We also think of our biomass. It used to be a waste product, and now biomass is what it's all about. We heat all the waste we generate, and we do it in such a way that the furnaces have been set up to have the dry chambers to dry our own wood. You can also heat the halls or the press shops, and from these heating opportunities and the furnace capabilities that we have, we also want to generate electricity. So our next idea is to have an electricity plant, the ORC plant, that is being coordinated at the moment. So that's in the pipeline. But even when it comes to lighting, you can save a lot of electricity and power. We have LED lighting in all our halls, so we've converted our lighting to LED. And if you look at this, I'm sure, is actually the future. We have electricity savings here. We've got better light. And I think this is the direction that we all have to go into. And the next thing, when it comes to the forklift trucks, here again, we have got electric vehicles here, electric forklift trucks. So electric mobility is something that we are already living. Photovoltaics arrays make this possible, of course. And we have thought into this direction, which means that the ecological footprint that we wanted has been attained. And we are one of the most ecological companies. Although we are not a small company, we have 260 members of staff and generate a huge amount of parquet and deliver this parquet worldwide. But we can still be and operate ecologically. This is something that I just wanted to stress so that other companies could probably emulate this and pick up the ball that's in their field and implement this, because I think we have to do this. We have to address this ourselves, not wait for politics to do this. I think it's for us to do this and to act as role models. I think only in this way can we assert ourselves in the future. Well, thank you very much. That's very future-proof, Mr. Scheucher, as you are already living this and exercising this in your company, how the manufacturing processes have been made more sustainable. Thank you very much for your presentation and for the concluding statement. And I hope that I will see you again at our booth. Yes, I'm looking forward to that, Mr. Scheucher. Thank you.